What's up, guys? Welcome back. Today's day 68 of my 120. I got a discussion for you guys. I really do. So if you haven't already, please subscribe and hit the like button down below. But let's talk about some food aboard these ships. And it can vary a lot. I just came up with this discussion because I just had this amazing contraption. It was like a jalapeno popper, but better. So it was diced up jalapenos with diced up bacon, shredded cheddar cheese, mixed together with cream cheese, and then rolled into those thin lumpia wrappers. If you guys don't know what lumpia is, because surprisingly a lot of people don't, lumpia is kind of like an egg roll, but an egg roll is filled with vegetables. Lumpia is like 90% ground pork, but same thin wrapper. Anyways, it was nothing I've ever had. You get this like 4-inch long little wrapped jalapeno popper inside of, oh my gosh, I honestly just ate like 6 of them. It was so good. Five of them. I honestly just ate like 5 of them. I'm stuffed. And today I was supposed to work out. Probably still gonna work out. But anyways, when it comes to food on ships, you never know what you're gonna get. Because, for one, minimum, you get aboard a ship, you're gonna be looking at a chief steward, a chief cook, and then the SA, minimum. Chief steward is basically head of the department of the kitchen. Then you got the chief cook, which does the majority of the cooking, and then the SA, the steward's assistant. He or she will just help out mostly with dishes and food prep and that kind of thing. It's just a helping hand in the kitchen. But typically the chief steward's, role is to do the breakfast and then all of the baking on the ships. Breads, desserts, treats, that kind of thing. And then the cook does lunch and dinner. But you never know what you're gonna get. You could end up with a really good steward and not a good cook, or a really bad steward and a really good cook. You don't know. Luckily, they all kind of work together. But the chief steward technically is the head of the department, so they can decide to make up everything if they really choose. I had a steward on here before that he was really good, at least I thought so. Every meal to me was like a 5-star dish, and it seemed like he had a hand. He did the majority of breakfast by himself, pretty much all of breakfast by himself, but it seems like he actually had a hand in lunch and dinner at the same time. He either helped or just had a little hand in it. Where I've also had other stewards on here that only did breakfast and then kind of just like sat back, and the cook had to do everything from lunch and dinner. But it's all different ways people work together. On here, like I said, the minimum, we only have 3 people in the steward department, the steward, the cook, and the SA. And I don't think, the majority of the time, I don't think I've ever been on here where the 3 of them didn't get along. Sometimes the SA doesn't get along, but I've never seen it. Typically, everybody's always got along. But here's the thing. Back to the steward could be good, the cook could be bad, the steward could be bad, the cook could be good, and hopefully they all get along and work together really good. I had a steward on here that, I kid you not, he got on, and as the stewards in charge of breakfast, it took me like 20 minutes to get, literally, it was like over easy eggs and bacon. Actually, it wasn't bacon, it was ham. Because for the first like 4 or 5 days, he didn't make bacon in the morning. And when we asked him why there wasn't any bacon, he was confused. He said where he came from, bacon was never a breakfast thing. It was like a lunch thing, like lunch or dinner, maybe like sandwiches or something. Like, where are you from? Where? What? Bacon's not a breakfast thing? You didn't make bacon for like 4 days. And on top of that, those first 4 or 5 days, like, people weren't getting their food for 15-20 minutes, and you only have 30 minutes to eat. So if it takes you 20 minutes to get your food, you got 10 minutes to eat. I mean, that's enough time, but you're kind of scarfing it down, you know. Yeah, and then he got better though. He definitely did. He got a whole lot better. When the steward's also in charge of baking, so like desserts and all that. The only thing that guy ever made was cookies. And he even messed that up for a while. It took him a while to get cookies down. I don't know how he became a steward. But you get those out here. You know, you're gonna get that steward or that cook that can make 5-star meals. And it's gonna be great, you know. A lot of the meals, even, I remember from Piney Point. Now, Piney Point, with their steward program, I think they do a good job, because a lot of the cooks that I've had so far, there's a consistency in certain meals and certain ways things are cooked. There's a consistency in it. But you'll also get the cooks that, you know, they knew how to cook in the first place, so they kind of put their own touch on things. But I've had some cooks before that was like straight generic. It was like the exact same meals I had when I was going through the program. No little twist or no little adding, you know, their own touch. It was like the exact same generic meals. It was like country fried steak. That's one of those things too. There was a cook that kept giving country fried steak for dinner. Now, I've never known country fried steak as a dinner, but some of you have, because I've talked to people before that was like, they never had it for breakfast. And I've like raised on country fried steak for breakfast. So, and I guess the country fried steak for dinner came from Piney Point, because when I had asked the cook and the steward, I was like, why don't we have country fried steak for breakfast? They like looked at me and they said like, they never even had country fried steak until Piney Point, and it was a dinner thing. So, I don't know. Just so you guys know, the food out here tends to be usually pretty good, honestly. Usually pretty good. Not all the time, though. Occasionally you get one of the ones that they don't know what they're doing. They don't know that bacon's for breakfast, or they just make what they've learned and things are kind of generic. But that's not necessarily a bad thing. I'm not saying that what they were learned in the program tastes bad, but it's a generic, like, food's cooked. kind of thing. It's nice when, you know, you get a little bit of your own pizzazz into the food. I ate way too many of those jalapeno lumpias, man. Please subscribe. Hit the like button down there. Ask me any questions. You know, I'm here. I'm here for you guys. I'm getting back to them as fast as I can. I'll see you in tomorrow's video. I'm out.